exhales, a softer sound begins to trail. Chairs return to quieter lines. Time loosens up and stays on time. Sunlight leans a little low, not enough to make me slow. I roll my shoulders, clear my sight. The work resumes, not forced, not light. No heaviness behind my eyes, no need to fight the lullaby. Every breath resets the pace back into place. After lunch I'm still in motion, not rushed, not still. I let the focus find its ocean by its own will. After lunch the hours bend, but don't collapse. I stay awake, I stay intent, and keep the gaps. Screens them down to something kind. Thoughts reconnect, then realign. A cup returns not for effect, just part of keeping things correct. The noise thins out, the room remains a steady hum. Without refrain, I don't push the energy, I let it come to me. No drifting down, no need to rise. No trick to keep me sharp and bright. Everything is finding ground around. After lunch I'm still in motion, clear enough to choose. I don't lose the thread I'm holding, I don't let it loosen loose. After lunch the pace is right, not fast, not late. I stay awake inside this light and navigate. If the afternoon pulls wide, I don't step out, I don't hide. Nothing asks me to restart, nothing tears the work apart. There's a rhythm in the low where consistency can grow. Just enough momentum left to be deaf. Shadows shift across the floor like they've been here before. I reread what I just made, fix the tone, not the shade. This is where patience pays in ordinary ways. Not inspired, not asleep, just steady deep. No fading edges in my head, no wish to trade this for a bed. Breathing even, posture settle, we're not sped. After lunch I'm still in motion, and that feels right. I don't borrow extra potion, I don't fight the light. After lunch the day continues, clean and calm. I stay awake, I stay continuous in this form. After lunch, still moving. Morning rests on steady ground, nothing sharp and nothing loud. Light arrives without a cue, attention settles steady too. I notice where my focus lands, not by force and not by plan. The desk is still, the screen is calm, everything feels evenly drawn. Light holds softly on the page, same calm tone, the same calm stage. I remain inside this frame, attention finds its place again. There's no need to pull it near, focus stays when space is clear. I don't call and I don't chase, let it rest at its own pace. Attention settles and stays, no distraction pulls away. I don't push and I don't prove, I just let the morning move. Time unfolds in gentle lines, everything feels well aligned. Attention settles and stays, this is how the focus plays. Coffee rests beside my hand, like it understands the plan. Outside moves in distant sound, inside stays on steady ground. Thoughts appear, then gently pause, nothing asking for applause. I allow them room to be, nothing pulling them from me. I don't tighten what I hold, morning doesn't need control. Everything is calm and kind, attention stays within the mind. Attention settles and stays, no distraction pulls away. I don't push and I don't prove, I just let the morning move. Time unfolds in gentle lines, everything feels well aligned. Attention settles and stays, this is how the focus plays. Work continues quietly, no resistance near to see. I remain with what is here, not distracted, not severe. Breathing, even posture light. Attention stays within sight. In this calm I clearly see, focus works naturally. I don't need to mark the sound, this is rhythm safe and round. Every quiet moment spent keeps the calm consistent. Light remains and so do I, neither rushing, neither shy. This is how the morning stays, attention steady through the day. Attention settles and stays, no distraction pulls away. I don't push and I don't prove, I just let the morning move. Time unfolds in gentle lines, everything feels well aligned. Attention settles and stays, this is how the focus plays. Morning holds the gentle state, nothing forced and nothing late. Attention stays, the work goes on. I continue, calm and strong. Morning stays exactly here, nothing shifts and nothing veers. Light is calm, the air is clean, I continue in between. I return to what I know, not too fast and not too slow. The desk feels steady, open, plain, no resistance, no refrain. Light moves softly on the page, keeps the focus gently staged. I don't search for something new, I continue what I do. There's no need to reset the tone, what I build can stand alone. Morning doesn't start again, it simply moves ahead. Gentle start, clear continuation, nothing breaks the concentration. I don't pause and I don't race, I remain within this pace. Every step connects in line, nothing lost and nothing forced. Gentle start, clear continuation, this is how the focus holds. coffee rests beside my hand, still as warm as I had planned. Outside moves in quiet ways, inside stays with what remains. Task return without demand, waiting where I understand. I can meet them one by one, not delayed and not outrun. I don't question where I am. Morning feels consistent, calm. Everything is still aligned, clear in body, clear in mind. Gentle start, clear continuation. Nothing breaks the concentration. I don't pause and I don't race. I remain within this pace. Every step connects in line, nothing lost and nothing forced. Gentle start, clear continuation. This is how the focus holds. Work unfolds a steady way, no distraction pulls away. I remain with what is near, not distracted, not severe. Breathing even, posture light, attention stays within sight. In this calm I clearly know how the morning wants to flow. I don't need a stronger sign, this direction feels aligned. Every quiet moment spent keeps the rhythm permanent. Light remains and so do I, neither rushing, neither shy. This is how the pace survives, built on calm and carried on. Gentle start, clear continuation. Nothing breaks the concentration. I don't pause and I don't race. I remain within this pace. Every step connects in line, nothing lost and nothing forced. Gentle start, clear continuation. This is how the focus holds. Morning stays, the work extends. Nothing ends and nothing bends. Calm continues, clear and true. I remain and carry through. I sit where the light can reach, not to feel warm, just enough to see the page, the shape of the form. The room doesn't interrupt what I'm about to try. I don't feel rushed to begin, I can decide. No noise asking me to move, no silence I need to prove. Everything feels usable and true. I can think like this and stay, nothing pulls my attention the wrong way. I can think like this, clear and calm. I stay awake, aligned inside the form. Someone orders coffee nearby, the sound fades out. A door opens, then closes again without a doubt. Time doesn't lean into my work or push me through. This is how a thought can last when it's allowed to. No need to fill the air, no pressure to be rare. Everything remains enough. I can think like medicine it holds. I don't lose my place, I don't fold. I can think like this all day, awake, aligned and steady this way. If the work slows down a bit, I don't question it. If a sentence takes its time, I let it sit. There's relief in knowing focus doesn't shout. It stays with me when I let it out. The table keeps its even line, the cup is still. I rewrite what I just wrote, it feels real. This is where the hours go without a push. I don't chase the moment, I let it work. No drifting off, no forward lean, breathing even, posture clean. I can think like this and remain. Nothing pulls my clarity out of frame. I can think like this, I stay intact, awake, aligned and present in this act. I can think like this.
The room doesn't change its posture when I stay longer than planned. Light keeps falling where it falls, unconcerned with my hands. A table holds a weight of nothing, better than it holds demand. Every object seems relieved to not be part of a plan. I hear the low hum of the building, not loud enough to distract, just proof that something exists without needing impact. I used to step out of quiet before it finished its thought, afraid that staying too long meant I'd get caught. I don't leave the silence halfway, I don't rush it towards sound. I stay until it says everything without saying it out loud. I don't cut the moment short, I don't move too soon. I don't leave the silence halfway, I stay through. Outside, time sharpens its edges, preparing to be useful. Inside, I remain unpolished, unbuilt, unrefused. So thoughts come slower, more patient, less convinced they need control. I don't force them into meaning, I don't give them a role. There was a time I believed silence meant something was wrong. Now I hear how it carries the shape of a song. Not every gap needs filling, not every calm disguise. Some truths appear more honest when we don't finalize. I don't leave the silence halfway before it settles in, before the stillness becomes something I explain. I let it stay unfinished, I let it bloom. I don't leave the silence halfway, I stay through. The light moves again, barely noticed, like a thought changing lanes. Nothing here is announcing, nothing is asking my name. I remember how I once believed that moving meant I was brave. Now I see how staying present is another way to stay. Remaining doesn't cancel motion, it changes how it feels. Some clarity only arrives when nothing is sealed. If later the noise returns with its urgent tone, I'll remember how quiet asked for nothing of its own. No conclusion made this calm, no answer pulled it near. It happened when I stopped believing, before it was clear. I don't leave the silence halfway, I don't shorten the stay. I let it finish its work in me before I walk away. I don't rush the exhale, I don't assume. I don't leave the silence halfway, I stay through. Speak in full. Soon I'll answer too, but I'll know where I was grounded when silence carried me through. Water runs at a lower volume, just enough. Plates meet the sink without a fuss. Food traces lift and disappear, no story left. The day releases in small circles, wet. I stack what's clean to dry, edges align. The counter clears its working face in time. I don't rush the ending, I don't redo. I let the last task finish through. I rinse the plates and leave nothing open. No noise, no weight, I don't carry dinner forward. I let it settle and wait. I let clean be the final word. I don't assume. I rinse the plates and leave nothing open, and I do too. The towel finds its familiar role, soft, plain, hands slow as the room grows quiet again. Lights dim 1 degree lower, corners blur. The house learns the shape of a night shore. I check the floor once more, then stop. Nothing else needs tending on the top. Not every close needs ceremony, not every end a sign. Some nights begin properly when left aligned. I rinse the plates and leave nothing open before rest begins, before the quiet chooses what it keeps in. I don't reopen the day, I don't assume. I rinse the plates and leave nothing open, and I move through. I remember how I once believed that stopping felt incomplete, that something undone would follow my feet. Now I feel how this small order is enough, how a clear surface is trust. Remaining here until the sink is dry doesn't delay my rest, it tells the night
leave nothing open, not strict, not new. I let the night take over as I move through. I don't save a task for later, I don't assume. I rinse the plates and leave nothing open, and I become counter clear, breeze slows, the night settles. Everything knows that everything knows. Just sitting, doing nothing. Nothing is missing, nothing is coming. The chair stays still beneath your legs. It doesn't move, it doesn't beg. It knows that sitting is enough, that doing less can still be good. Your hands can rest upon your knees. They don't need toys, they don't need keys. They like the way the quiet feels. Just sitting lets them heal. The room breathes slow, the room breathes deep. It doesn't mind if you don't speak. It doesn't ask you where to look. You can stare at a wall or a book. The sounds are low, the time is wide. Nothing is waiting on the side. You don't have to raise your hand. Just sitting goes exactly as planned. Just the way you are. Wait, nothing feels too far. Your breathing finds its own small pace, in and out, a gentle space. No counting, no do list, no try. Your body knows how to be quiet. Your feet still flat, your back feels tall. You don't need to change at all. The room is fine with who you are. Just sitting is already far. You don't need words, you don't need signs. You don't need to use your time. The minutes don't run fast or slow. They sit with you, they seem to know that waiting doesn't mean you're stuck. Waiting can feel warm and soft, like resting in a little chair with nothing else to do but be there. Wait in this quiet place. Can blink or stay just still. Both ways are quiet, both are real. You can look down or look around. I see me here, will make a sound. The room stays calm, the chair stays near. No one is judging how you're here. Just sitting doesn't mean you're late. It means you're doing really great. Where the calm can hum along. You don't need to make a start. Quiet live inside your heart. Waiting doesn't last too long, but right now it's like a sound, soft and slow and jet for you. Wait knows what to do. Wait in the quiet now. needs to be. Just the chair and me. When it's tired, you'll feel it come. Until then, you're not undone. Just sitting, doing nothing here is more than enough, my dear. Just sitting, doing nothing. So
The clock moves quiet on the wall, not trying to rush at all. Screens glow soft, steady hue, not pulling focus, holding it true. The doorbell rings, then settles down. A late train hums beyond the town. Nothing here is running fast, but nothing's built to pass. I don't fight the length of time, I let it stretch, I let it win. Every second earns its place without a need to chase. The lights are still on for a reason. I'm not done with this hour yet. The night can wait outside the window. There's more I haven't said. The lights are still on for a reason. Not to wake me, not to hide. I stay clear in this quiet season, with my thoughts still open wide. Cups are empty, filled again, a ritual that never ends. Someone types, then stops to think, a pause balanced on the brink. The room holds steady, warm and plain, no echo heavy with refrain. Just a place where minds can stay longer than the day. No drifting off, no closing scene, no need to soften what I mean. Everything remains intact, nothing here is abstract. The lights are still on for a reason. I can feel it in my chest. This isn't where I fade or loosen. This is focus, rest. The lights are still on for a reason. Every thought is sharp but kind. I'm not chasing inspiration, I'm letting it find me in time. If I leave, the work remains. If I stay, it's much the same. Nothing waits for me to break, nothing bends for me to wake. There's a strength in staying still, not from force but from will. Just the calm that lets me choose what I keep and what I lose. Outside fades to deeper tones, inside feels like neutral ground. Not the end, not the start, just the center of the dark. I read lines I didn't write, make them clearer in this light. Every thought finds its shape without escape. No dreams knocking at the door, no pull towards something more. Breathing even, vision clear, I'm fully here. The lights are still on for a reason, and I trust the way they glow. They don't push me toward the ceiling, they don't pull me low. The lights are still on for a reason. I remain, I don't resist. This night allows a quiet focus that I don't wanna miss. Lights still on, the room is steady
Light is present, air is kind. I don't need to check the time. The clock is there but stays polite, never pulling at my side. Minutes pass but don't insist. Nothing here I've somehow missed. Light rests evenly on the wall. Not a signal, not a call. I remain where I have been. Time unfolds, calm settling in. There's no urge to count or see what the hour wants from me. I don't track and I don't mind. I don't need to check the time. No need to check the time. Everything is moving fine. I don't hurry, I don't pause. I proceed without a cause. Hours open, clear and wide. I remain right here inside. No need to check the time. This is how the focus stays. Coffee rests beside the page, still a part of this calm stage. Outside moves at normal speed, inside stays with what I need. Thoughts appear and gently fade, nothing urgent to be weighed. I don't measure what I feel, let it stay unforced and real. I don't wait for something new, morning's already seeing through. Everything is well aligned, no need to check the time. No need to check the time. Everything is moving fine. I don't hurry, I don't pause. I proceed without a cause. Hours open, clear and wide. I remain right here inside. No need to check the time. This is how the focus stays. Work continues in its way, not delayed and not delayed. I can stay with what is near, not distracted, not severe. Breathing even, posture light. Attention stays within sight. In this calm I clearly know time is not what makes it go. I don't need a ticking sound. This rhythm doesn't count. Every quiet moment spent keeps the calm intelligent. Light remains and so do I, neither rushing, neither shy. This is how the morning flows beyond the clock. The focus grows. No need to check the time. Everything is moving fine. I don't hurry, I don't pause. I proceed without a cause. Hours open, clear and wide. I remain right here inside. No need to check the time. This is how the focus stays. Morning holds without a sign. Calm exists beyond the time. Nothing lost and nothing late. I continue in this state. The morning doesn't call me out. It waits until I turn around, like it already knows my name without asking me to change. The street feels softer than before. Light rests easy on the floor. Nothing asking for my proof, nothing testing what is true. I used to wonder where I fit, measure every step I missed. Now I stand where I arrive and let the day stay undecided. I don't need a louder sign, I don't need a sharper line. If I'm calm, if I can stay, that's already my way. There's a calm that knows my name. It doesn't rush, it doesn't change. It meets me where I stand today. I don't have to explain, I don't have to rearrange. There's a calm that knows my name. Windows open, voices low. Everywhere I almost know. People moving unafraid of the pauses that they make. I stopped chasing perfect days, stopped erasing human ways. Now I keep the parts that last and let tomorrow come to pass. I trust what settles in my chest, I don't need to call it rest. If I'm breathing, if I'm here, that's already clear. There's a calm that knows my name. It holds me steady, not the same. It lets me bend, it lets me wait. I don't have to accelerate, I don't have to feel ashamed. There's a calm that knows my name. Maybe peace is not a place, just a feeling I embrace. Maybe joy is letting be what is quietly with me. No arrival, no retreat, just soft ground beneath my feet. If this moment's all I own, then I'm not alone. There's a calm that knows my name. It stays even when days change. I don't need to lead the way, I just walk and let it stay. In the light without a claim, there's a calm that knows my name. The morning moves, the hours bend, but this calm comes back again. Every time I choose to stay, it knows my name anyway. The mind doesn't hold so tightly now, it loosens what it kept. The room feels deeper than before, like something finally slept. No thoughts are lined up at the door, no reasons left to stay. Everything that mattered earlier has gently slipped away. No effort left to keep, the quiet grows complete. The mind sets its weight down right here without a sound. I don't need to understand what I have found. There's nothing left to carry, nothing left to prove. The mind sets its weight down and learns how not to move. A memory passes through my hands without a shape or name. past that interferes. The mind sets its weight down. I let the tension go. I don't ask what comes after. I don't need to know. The calm stays where it settles. The silence doesn't move. The mind sets its weight down, and I do too. There were hours I mistook for something I must hold, but now I see how letting go is not the same as cold. Some rest arrives not from escape, but from release, from trusting that the moment now is already complete. The mind sets its weight down. The room grows dim and slow. I don't resist the evening, I let it show. The day is done explaining. The night has room to bloom. The mind sets its weight down and makes some room. The light fades out, the air stays warm. Nothing left to defend. The mind sets its weight down, and that is how we The room is darker but not closed. Every shadow softly knows. Nothing asking me to sleep. The quiet stays awake with me. Lights grow fewer down the street. Even time moves on its feet. Every sound has found its place. Nothing left to chase. I don't fill the space with thought. I don't count the things I lost. If the night has room to breathe, I'll let it breathe through me. I don't need to settle in. I don't need to call it in. If my eyes are open still, that's okay, I'm still. The quiet stays awake. I don't turn it off. Nothing I have to take, nothing I've left undone. I rest without retreat. I stay without defense. The quiet stays awake, and so do I. Curtains barely move at all. Moonlight rests against the wall. Every worry loosens grip, like it learned to slip. I used to rush the night away, like silence had too much to say. Now I let it take its time. It's not unkind. I don't chase a deeper sleep. I don't promise what to keep. If I'm here and feeling clear, then the night is near. The quiet stays awake. It doesn't ask for proof. I don't need to explain. I don't need the truth. Every breath is slow and deep. Every nothing overgrown. If the dark knows how to keep what the light couldn't reach, the quiet stays awake with me. The night doesn't close the door, it leaves it slightly open still. If sleep comes, I'll let it in. If not, I'm safe right here. Light arrives without a cue, not early, not late. The room is already prepared to simply wait. A chair stays square to the floor, a page stays clean. Nothing here requires motion to be seen. No beat holding up the air, no count I need to hear. Everything exists as is and fits. Clarity has no tempo, I remain. I don't speed what I'm considering, I don't explain. Clarity has no tempo, calm and exact. I stay awake, aligned, intact inside this act. A sound appears, then thins again, like breath without intent. The space keeps only what it needs, and nothing else is spent. Time moves without direction, still doing what it does. This is how attention stays with us. No pull toward moving on, no reason to stay long. Everything is evenly ready. Clarity has no tempo, and that's enough. I don't add rhythm to the air, I don't make it rough. Clarity has no tempo, I stay exact. Awake, aligned, and present in this track. If the day continues through, I don't follow what is new. Nothing starts because it can, nothing ends because it ran. There's a strength in letting be, without pace or urgency, just enough silence to remain sane. The table holds it straight in line, the cup does not insist. I reread something half-formed, it still exists. This is where the hours sit. Without a push, I stay awake, composed, exact in hush. No drifting out, no closing eyes, no shape to memorize. Breathing even, posture straight, away.